Okay, everybody, welcome to the Feeder Cattle Futures video. Today is November 16, 2021. That symbol is /GF. Okay. Today finished up at 159.55. The market just closed, I think. See here, yep, about 30 minutes ago. Okay. I'm in Texas, Central Standard Time. Let's take a look at this candlestick right here. A pretty healthy day. Range today was pretty nice, fairly nice, for the feeder cattle futures. 1.25 points, so that's pretty nice. These are just as a reminder, these are the January 2022 contracts. Even though the 50-day, or I should say, even though today and yesterday were nice green days, as overall, the 50-day moving average continues to move down. So be mindful of that. But a nice little bounce the last 2 days here. A little bit of a warning here that we're seeing potentially. When we get these warnings, you'll see sometimes we will get pullbacks. But that one, I'm not too worried about it because that was at a bottom. And I really think that warning I already had was pretty much what happened right there. So this trading pretty decently above the 50-day moving average, and it's not really that far above it that I think that there's a big concern. In fact, the feeder cattle is definitely a stronger price action than the live cattle. So, you can see for the last, let's see, 3, 6, 8 or 9 days, it's been trading above the 50-day quite nicely. Some sprinkled red days in there with green days. And we'll have to see if tomorrow, the next day, bring. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, let's see what happens. I think there's more room for the feeder cattle prices to go up. Okay. We could get a little peaky here. We'll have to watch if we get one of those little pullback indicators like that. But if Wednesday and Thursday are strong days, okay, then we'll reevaluate what the amplitude percent is. This amplitude percent over here. Right now, let's see, where's it at right now? Just visually looking here. Yeah, 0.71 obviously is not very high. If you go back over to here, you could see it was like, 6.3. So we're not even 1% above the 50 days. So no concerns about the distance away from the 50 because it's been just tracking right on it. Okay, let's take a look at the monthly time frame. We always want to keep track of multiple time frames. Let's zoom in just a little bit more here. So just the last, that must have been September. Yeah, September was a big down month. And now we see on the monthly chart that October and November make a nice little rebound. And monthly wise, there's the Big Daddy forecast, my own indicator here, is saying there's room on the upside. Okay? And the MACD happens to be in agreement. Now the Stochastic Momentum Index telling a different story. So we'll keep an eye on this. A little bit of a mixed message, but looks like to me, this isn't that far removed from the 50-month moving average, which is 143.79 or 0.80 basically. Graphically or visually, it's not that far removed, but price-wise, it certainly is. Right, 159 to 143. That's pretty huge movement. It's a pretty big gap between those two. Talking about almost 16, I guess, somewhere around there, 15, 16. Yep. Okay, let's take a look over at the weekly. Oh, let me get scrolled over here. And let me just back off just a little bit. I want to kind of stretch this out a little bit here. Stretch it out. Amplitude percent, not a huge concern. Just, I call that a healthy gap. That looks pretty strong to me on the SMI. Looks like the Big Daddy's a little bit undecided. Got a little bit of a sideways tracking going on here. Just trying to see if there's any geometrical shapes that are showing up here. when I'm talking about geometrical shapes, would be something like that. Okay. And we really haven't had a touch down into 50 except for way back here. So that's a pretty big triangle base. So we'll keep an eye on that to see if this plays out. This is the only other candlestick that kind of got close enough to touch the 50. So we'll see right now. We haven't even really had, there's really not much to go on here because technically this hasn't touched. So we don't have a really strong sense of a geometrical shape here. Could potentially draw that or even that. But there's really not enough there for me to have a lot of confidence in saying there's a channel or a triangle at this point. So I think we'll wait on that. I think weekly things look, fairly strong at the moment. Let's take a look at the hourly, and I'll finish up really quick on the daily. I want to look at the daily cycle. So for the last, 15, 20 hours, looks like this is over the last 2.5 sessions approximately, trading sessions. It's been working its way to get above on the hourly chart now, above that 50 hour. So today it finally got above it. And seeing some signals here that say could potentially get a pullback on the hourly. So be aware of that we could get back below this 158.87 in the near future. Looks like right now to me, guys and gals, that this 50 hours just absolutely flatlined. Right around the 158.8, 158.9, right in this area. Okay, so be on the lookout for this price on the short term of the hourly to come back and probably potentially break below this 50 hour. Okay, which would put you down into potentially the 158s or even the mid 158s possibly. Let me finish up this video with looking at the cycles. Just trying to get a sense of how these cycles are working out here. So this isn't bad. It's a little bit off, but it's not off by that much. See, when did this end? On 11/9. And the next one, the next cycle ends on 12/16 for the feeder cattle. So be mindful. A lot of times, right now it's trading above the 50 days we talked about. If it curls up, that'll be nice. And then kind of a typical standard cycle would be that this would be the middle, and prices would try to rise up into it and then taper down, coming into that December 16th. Sorry. So be mindful. There's a cycle low right around December 16th. For right now, the cattle, both the live and the feeder cattle, they just look to be, pretty much tracking sideways. The live cattle's losing a little bit of pricing, while the feeder cattle's trying to make a little bit of a rebound here and get some legs underneath it, but it's really still just tracking that 50-day, and on the average, it's working down. Okay? Listen, guys and gals, in front of you is the premium membership screen, $5.95 a month. It's a really good deal. Been talking about this for over a week. Going to keep mentioning a lot of people doing very well with this. Okay? Yes, it's educational videos only. It's paper trading only. What you do with it is your business. But I've had a lot of people that use those videos, apply it to their own style. They've been making some pretty good trades, and they've easily paid for the subscription for months, in some cases years. Okay? Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Talk to you all real soon again next time.